right. Welcome everybody to the October Agile Hive Cloud review. After being absent for 1 month and my colleague Joshua Brock taking over, he did a great job. I'm back for the October review, but this time it's a pre-recorded video that we provide for you on YouTube due to a public holiday in Germany. So nonetheless, I hope you enjoy all the product updates and let's take a look what we have to offer for you. So first off, you can find all of our social channels on LinkedIn, YouTube, and whatnot at those links presented at the slide here. Also, you can find our review calendar at zero.biz/ahc-review. And the next review will take place on November 7th of 2024. It's a Thursday again at 5 p.m. And hopefully somebody of the Agile Hive team will be available at this point in time to prepare a live session once again. And we'll keep you updated on this via our LinkedIn channel. Then let's move on to the general updates. And as you know, our Agile Hive blog is providing you with some valuable insights on a regular basis. Last month we released a blog post on how to master safe planning interval, focused around the PI objectives. So if you're interested in this, take a look at our blog, and maybe there's even more for you to explore there. Then another announcement. We will be at the SAFE Summit in Washington. That's taking place October 14th to 17th. So it's basically just around the corner. And in case you are located in the US, in the Washington area, or have some travel budget that is still that you can still spend for this year, we would be very happy to meet you there and talk to you about Agile Hive, about SAFE in general, and just talk about your requirements, your feature requests, bug reports, and whether or not Agile Hive is the tool that you wished for, or that provides a lot of value for your company. So please feel free to hit us up there and join us at our booth with the number 200. Then on those of you who are still in the evaluation period for Agile Hive, we still offer to all of our evaluation customers the opportunity to extend the included 30-day period that Atlassian provides you with, in case you just need more time to evaluate in complex app like Agile Hive in a complex environment as an organization working with the SAFE framework. So just feel free to reach out via our service desk, and you can find the URL on this slide. So we will be very happy to assist you with anything you need in the process. Moving on to the product updates and our little demo of new functionality. So first off, you can find all the information on our changes in our changelog. We publish some notes there for every one of our updates. And over the course of the last few weeks, the team was able to release 3 new versions with some new functionality and also bug fixes. The dev team goal is to provide a new version every Tuesday, but sometimes it just takes longer to finish or to complete some of the work for specific features. So this might change the schedule a bit. As already mentioned, you can find all the information in our changelog that you can find at this URL. And also, very important reminder to all the administrators, the version that we shipped on September 11th was considered a major release by Atlassian. And because of that, a Jira administrator is required to manually update Agile Hive in your Jira site. So if you're a Jira administrator yourself, please go and check the Universal Plugin Manager, hit that update button, or let your administrator know that there's a major release for Agile Hive pending, and so they can take appropriate action. So new features, what has been released with a previous 3 updates for Agile Hive. For one, it is now we enabled Jira and Agile Hive administrators to manually select the primary board for each of the Agile Hive projects. I will show you this in a minute. This comes in very handy in case you have multiple boards set up for one of your projects, be it on the art level, be it on the team level, and you want to change the board that Agile Hive refers to when it comes to creating sprints when you set up a new PI, or just the board that Agile Hive refers to when it comes to displaying issues in the app on any of the boards. Also, we made the first step to refine the Agile Hive administrator permission. So how the permission is being implemented and how the permission is being granted to users has been fundamentally changed. I will get you some more details on that in a minute. Then also it is now possible to visualize dependencies of art level features with team level issues directly within the art planning board. So for example, you have a bug issue that one team needs to complete that is currently blocking some of your art features from being released. Then you can visualize this dependency in the art planning board in the future. And also, I will give you a preview on a all new issue card layout that we will introduce with one of our next updates. That makes it very easy, to get a better view of the big picture, be it in the roadmap or the team planning board or the art planning board. So this is not yet released, but will be within the next few days. So I can already give you a sneak peek. But let's just hop into the demo part for now. And as you can see, I prepared a little Agile Hive site here for you. And we are currently in a art level project, and we navigated to the art planning board. And you can already see that there are 2 different types of issues in the art planning board. One of them are the art level issues, which are features or also enablers, for example, and that are being taken care of, or that are being owned by the respective teams that they are being visualized in. And also we do have dependencies. For example, Art New York 2 is being dependent on Art New York 8 to be finished before this can be completed. So you have the at-risk dependency, as they will likely both be finished in iteration 2 of the selected PI. But what's new here, and you can see it already, is you have other dependent issues, and those are issues that are located on the team level. And those could be bugs, tasks, user stories, enablers, just any issue type that the team is working with. And as soon as you set up a direct dependency from the team level issue with one of the art level issues, those will also be visualized in the art planning board. And you can see that, for example, this art feature has a healthy dependency with one of the bugs that this team is taking care of. And even though this team is not directly engaged with working or providing value for this art level feature, as you can see here, this is only being worked on by Team Bronx and Team Brooklyn. There is still a dependency with one of the bugs. For example, this could be some platform team that is providing the infrastructure for everything that is developed in this feature. So there might be a dependency to the team level here. And now you can also visualize this in the art planning board. And this goes across all the teams. So you can see there's also another bug that is that this team has planned for the 3rd iteration of this PI, which has a dependency with another art level feature. So this comes in very handy to better keep track of your dependencies, also within the art, but also across various safe layers. And we will also extend this functionality to be reflected in the art level reports. This is not yet done, but we already have this planned. So we will keep you updated on the progress that we make regarding the reports. Then let's take a look at the updated or revamped Agile Hive administrator permission. So previously it was the way to go to define people or groups of people, of users who are granted with the Agile Hive administrator permission, that you need to go to the Jira administration, then navigate to the apps context, go to Agile Hive administration, navigate to the groups tab, and here you were able to add one or more user groups that you want to enable or that you want to grant this permission to. And this was a custom development by the Agile Hive team, and now we are able to make use of Jira default functionality for this. So we do have access to the Jira global permissions and also Jira project permissions. We can add custom permissions for both of those types. And this is why we are going to move this functionality over to the Jira default, which makes it more robust, which integrates better with your permission setup aside Agile Hive that you have already in place in your Jira site. And you can find more information in our documentation. And for now, the permissions that you set here are still working, and we defined a grace period of like 2 months, more or less. We will keep you updated on that. So likely end of November, this will be removed from the product, and then only the new global permission will be used to determine which user or which user group does hold Agile Hive administrator permission. And you can see here, the new permission, the new global permission is already there. It's already in the system. You can already use it to configure user groups that should be, Agile Hive administrators. And you can just take over the settings that you made here to this global permission, and you are good to go. All right. And the last one, all right, is the manual selection of boards for any of the projects in Agile Hive. I already mentioned that this comes in very handy in case you have a project or team, art, whatever, that is working with more than one board in that project. And for example, if I navigate to my art level project here and I go to the project settings, I do have a new navigation tab here, which is called primary board. And here I can just select one of the primary boards or one of the boards that Agile Hive recognizes within that project. So I do have my default board that is currently selected, but there's some other board as well, which is of the type Kanban. I could also have a Scrum board here on that level, and I can just select it. And what Agile Hive would do if I save this, it will then pull the quick filters from the new board. And in case of team level projects, it will also use the new team project's primary board to create sprints when you set up a new PI, for example. So quite a impactful change. But as I mentioned, there are cases where this is necessary. Also, in case of migration from data center server to cloud, there might be some struggles with the primary board selection, that it is not being detected correct automatically. So you can use this functionality to set the correct primary board for each of your projects. On the team level, we will also extend this in the future by providing a manual sprint mapping functionality, where you can map each of your PI iterations with one of the sprints in that project or of that project, but more on that in the next review. And this functionality is already live. Going back to our slide deck. So we checked all of those new features. Here's another overview of the change in the Agile Hive administrator permission setup. So this was the old or the previous configuration for this permission in the Agile Hive administration. So you go to Jira Settings Apps, Agile Hive Administrator, Administration, navigate to the Groups tab. So this will be removed end of November, but we will keep you updated on the timeline. There might be changes, so it might be that we will remove it at a later point in time. All information can be found in our documentation, and here you can again see the new permission configuration that can be set by the Jira global permissions in the Jira system settings. Then there will be a new compact issue card design for all of our boards in Agile Hive, which makes it easier to get an overview of the big picture, especially like in boards as the roadmap, where you usually have a lot of issues, but not that much screen real estate in the vertical. This comes in very handy. So this is what the roadmap boards look like today. You can already see if there's a lot of issues planned for one PI or one point in time. This is quite a long list. And what we will now do is we introduce some more few options and also put all of the few options in a new menu to make them more accessible. And this was basically the old version. And you can see here that we will have one option which says extended. This is the design that you already know. And we will introduce a new one, which we call compact design. And this basically just shrinks all the issue cards in size. This enables you and your users to display more issues on your screen and getting a better overview while maintaining all of the most important information still in the cards, like the issue key, and also dependencies will still work with the compact issue card design. Then moving on to the migration to cloud roadmap. So we did make some good progress on the migration path version 2.0, which will include Agile Hive custom fields, which are basically the heart of Agile Hive, where most of the data is stored. And we finished the import and map data in cloud step. So we are now able to import and correctly map all the data that we exported from the data center or server side and move it to the cloud custom fields. Also, we finished some alpha testing that we conducted on internal testing sites. What we are doing right now is we run full integration tests with all of the migration path that is currently developed with large data sets that represent the amount of issues, projects, and field data of large enterprise customers. So this is currently ongoing. And also we are preparing to provide some beta migration path access to selected customers who are currently already in the migration process and that might benefit from an early access here. So at the moment we are still we still think that we will have this available publicly by the end of October, and we will keep you updated on that in our next review. All right, then taking a look at our short-term roadmap. So a lot of the stuff that you can see here is already in progress, like the prototype implementation of flow metrics. This is still ongoing, which is kind of a complex thing to do as we have to integrate some data from Agile Hive with external sources. But I think we are still making good progress here, and we will keep you updated in the November review. As previously mentioned, also the manual sprint mapping for team level projects is close to being completed. This is the addition to the selection of the primary project board that I just introduced. And for team level projects, we will introduce a manual sprint mapping to make it easier to, for example, you create a new PI for your art, you set it up and create all the Jira sprints automatically. But some of your teams have already manually created sprints in advance. So they want to make use of the sprints that are already present in the project. The manual sprint mapping would enable you to just exchange the automatically created sprint for one iteration of your upcoming PI with the sprint that was manually created by the team. So the teams can do some pre-planning already and don't have to rely on the RTE or some administrator to set up the PI before they can start their pre-plan. Also mentioned the extension of the Agile Hive permission concept to the project level. As I just said, we now have access to custom project permissions in Jira, and we will make use of that, of course, for Agile Hive as well. So there will be a custom project permission that you can access in the future to enable specific users or user groups to manage PIs and iterations for specific projects. So for example, you could then go ahead and enable or grant the manage PIs and iterations permission for the large solution train project to the STE, and for all the art projects to the respective RTEs. So this will be project-based and not a global permission. So each of the RTEs will then be able to manage iterations for their respective art only. So this is a very valuable addition, as we think, to the product. And also we will introduce another project-based permission that's called Administer Agile Hive Projects, which refers to the Agile Hive project settings. And this will work similar to the Jira Administer Projects permission. So this will give specific users access to the Agile Hive project settings for the respective project, of course. So some more detail level permission set we will introduce here in the future. Also, we will be working on a new feature that was requested several times by our customers already, and this refers to the ability to create new issues directly from within the team planning board. So as of today, you have to use the global create new issue screen that's provided by Jira to create a new issue in PI planning, for example. But it would be very handy if you could just click into one of the cells or the rows and columns of your team planning board. For example, in iteration 2, feature swim lane X and Y, and you could just create a new story there, and all the information will be automatically assigned by Agile Hive in the back, like the sprint, the iteration, the PI, and also the Agile Hive parent issue. All of that would be taken care of by Agile Hive automatically, which makes it very easy to create new stories or to make a story breakdown for a specific feature in PI planning on the fly. And we will be working on this in the upcoming iteration. And also, of course, we will continue our work on the migration path from data center and server to cloud. And you just received the update on that. So we are making good progress here, and we will keep you updated in the November review. Taking a look at our longer-term roadmap. So we added some new items here. One of them is working on a concept or respectively implementing something that enables integration, a better integration of existing arts in existing solution trains. So we received some requests by customers who are currently working on scaling up their organization. At the moment, they do have some arts that should be integrated into one large solution train in the near future. And they can basically do that as of today with Agile Hive, but would lose access to historic report data due to the change in project hierarchy. So we will work on something to improve the situation here, and still provide access to historic reports and PI data, even though the project hierarchy has changed. Then also, or due to this, having some like higher priority compared to portfolio level reports, we still postponed working or starting implementation for this kind of reports a bit. So we are still working out the last bits of the concept for reports on portfolio level, and we'll start implementation of solution train and portfolio level reports soon. So we will likely provide another update on this in the November review. As mentioned in this review, we will continue working or refining the Agile Hive permission concept and keep adding some Jira custom permissions on the global and on the project level. I just introduced you to the manage PI and iteration project level permission, as well as administer Agile Hive projects. There will be more to come, but we will talk about that in the future and provide you with some more updates there. Then, as previously mentioned, the prototype implementation of flow metrics is still ongoing and will likely be finished, or at least be at a level that could work as a POC within the next few weeks. Please also mention that the next internal PI planning for all of our Agile Hive teams will take place beginning of November. So it's very likely that this roadmap will be, we'll see some changes there, maybe some additions, and maybe some changes in the proposed time. As always, ongoing work is usability and performance improvements. So if you encounter any issues with performance, any bugs in the product, just please reach out via our service desk, and we will try to take care of that as soon as possible. So please reach out for feedback via this URL. And also, as previously mentioned, the migration path from Agile Hive on-prem to the cloud is still an ongoing project for us. But we are very, very optimistic to provide the second version of the migration path that then also includes the custom field migration. We'll provide some more updates on that very, very soon, and also reach out to some of our customers who are already in the migration process regarding the early access or beta phase. All right, that's it for today. Thanks everybody for joining or at least watching this recording. The next review will take place on November 7th. Mark your calendars for that. And thanks again. See you very, very soon. Maybe at the SAFe Summit in Washington, D.C. later this month. If not, then November 7th in the next Agile Hive Cloud review. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video by Agile Hive. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. If you have any questions or feedback, leave them in the comments below. You can also take a look at our most recent videos by clicking here. If you don't want to miss any of our upcoming videos, subscribe to our channel by clicking here. And don't forget to visit our website for further information at agile-hive.com.